Austin.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday at 5:30. We're glad you're waking up with us right here on Good Day Austin. Looking forward to the weekend. We're celebrating Dad and everybody.
Yeah, don't forget about Dad.
Yeah, we've got some outdoor plans, planning on grilling on Sunday. Chelsea, tell me it's going to be okay.
Get out there early?
Yeah, early in the day, like a breakfast grill. That might be
early
something you
Let's just go to brunch. Forget it.
Yeah, there you go, because those rain chances will actually start to increase kind of Sunday afternoon. So if you do have some outdoor plans with Dad, the earlier the better in the day, maybe even today or tomorrow. Those looking good as well. We will see just a chance for a few isolated showers out there this afternoon. In fact, we're already seeing some of that rain develop out over the waters of the Gulf of Mexico and drift towards land. That trend will continue as we head through the day today. It's basically going to be what we saw yesterday, where we were mostly sunny, but we had a few of those showers and storms kind of bubbling up during the daytime heating hours. Also, still talking about the tropics, we're watching an area of low pressure that's now resulting in a few more showers and thunderstorms. But the good news is the National Hurricane Center has taken out the chances that this system will become a tropical storm or a hurricane. With that being said, though, it's still going to drift towards Texas as we head through the weekend, and that's going to help bring our rain chances up. Temperatures right now starting out in the mid-70s for the most part, so a mild start to the day with a few clouds, but those clouds will thin out as we head through the morning hours. By lunchtime, we're up to near 90 degrees, heading into the mid-90s for this afternoon. It's going to feel even hotter than that when you factor in the humidity, and we are talking about those 20 to 30% chances for showers and storms. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to break down the timing of the better rain chances and have a look at those future rainfall totals. But now let's check on your Friday morning commute with Danielle.
Good Friday morning. I'm monitoring your drive on I-35. We do have a couple of blocking issues right now. Here's a live look at a crash involving a semi. This is on the northbound I-35 service road just north of Breaker Lane. The left lane is blocked, so make sure you stick to that right lane as you head outbound. And switching cameras now, this is near North Lamar. There are some stalled semis on both the northbound and southbound right shoulders, so drive with extra caution in that area. And checking your drive on Highway 183, we still have some overnight construction that could slow you down. All the southbound lanes are shut down over the river. Several ramps are closed as well, so prepare to follow detour signs. That's going on for another 30 minutes. And major changes are underway along Montopolis Drive at Highway 183 for the next year. Montopolis Drive is closed at the highway, so you'll need to detour to an adjacent stretch of the roadway. And I'll have a look at MoPac coming up.
Well, yesterday, City Council did confirm Interim Chief Brian Manley to permanent police chief with a majority vote. Jacqueline Sarkeesian joins us live from City Hall to take a look at this vote. Jacqueline?
Hey, good morning, Lauren. Yeah, a lot of people kind of expected Manley to be appointed as the official police chief. City Council, busy day for City Council yesterday. Another big thing that happened was City Council did not vote in favor of getting police officers a stipend pay, which officers, of course, were hoping for. A brief recap of that part of City Council yesterday was council members voted down a measure that would have returned stipend pay to Austin police officers, while the city and police union continued to hash out the details of a new contract. The stipends were for officers working night shifts, earning certifications and additional levels of education, court time, and clothing. The pay was reinstated by council earlier this year, but expired again last month, all because of negotiators failing to agree on a short-term agreement that could have lasted until a new long-term contract is settled. Now that council voted no, APD says officers will be hit the hardest by the loss of pay that they've come to depend on.
So we'll have officers that can't make house payments, can't make mortgage payments, can't make, or I had a kid today that I dealt with that had a problem paying his child support. So this affects everybody, especially our 1 to 5 year officers. So, for them, we're going to have to make sure that, some of these people that they're not reelected to city council.
Now, as a result of yesterday's vote, officers are now saying, or APD is saying, officers and their families will be losing out on roughly $200 to $1,000 a month. Back to the studio.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. Well, the TSA is reminding everyone about prohibited items as the summer travel season heats up. Earlier this week, agents found a loaded gun inside a passenger's carry-on. During an X-ray checkpoint screening, they discovered the Glock loaded with 6 rounds. It is the 41st gun found at one of ABIA's checkpoints. The passenger was arrested. Anyone who tries to get a gun through screening faces arrest and a fine of about $4,000. Airport officials say situations like this cause problems for other travelers waiting in line.
You won't make your flight that day, and it also puts a big delay in the screening process for the rest of the checkpoint.
In most cases, passengers say that they forgot that they had a firearm in their bag.
Last year, TSA agents seized nearly 4,000 firearms, and that's up 17% since 2016.
Texas abortion providers are suing to undo decades-old regulations. They say the rules deserve a second look after a landmark Supreme Court ruling in 2016. The lawsuit challenges long-standing requirements over ultrasounds, waiting periods, and licensing. Courts have already upheld some of the laws, but abortion providers want a federal judge to take a new look after the Supreme Court threw out a 2013 Texas law that imposed strict rules on doctors and clinics. The risk of medical outbreaks could be higher in 4 Texas cities, including Austin. That's because more parents are opting out of vaccinations for their children. A study published in the Public Library of Science Medicine Journal listed the top 15 U.S. metropolitan areas where the highest number of kindergartners are receiving vaccine exemptions for non-medical reasons. Austin, Houston, Fort Worth, and Plano made that list. One of the authors says these findings should be a wake-up call because it'll make these areas more prone to diseases spreading faster. Texas is among 18 states that let parents opt their children out of vaccinations for personal reasons.
Well, we know Texas loves its barbecue, and students at Lanier High School are now learning a thing or two about it. The Future Farmers of America group actually has a competitive barbecue team. It was formed 2 years ago to compete at a cook-off for high school students. Since then, they've combined their love of cooking with welding, creating their own line of barbecue pits. Yesterday, students spent the day cooking for an event for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, as well as a graduation event.
Barbecue is kind of a mystery to a lot of people. A lot of people burn a lot of things, and so our goal was to give some kids some basic skills where they can leave here and cook something successfully at their house.
It's definitely something I would recommend everybody to do, at least learn to do it, because you learn how to be patient, how to pace yourself, and how to be like punctual and responsible when it comes to this.
The students have also gotten some professional advice and tips after visiting barbecue joints around town. If you want to buy one of their pits or learn more about their program, you can go to Lanier School's FFA page on Facebook.
A federal study out today shows there's good news and bad news about the mental and physical health of American teenagers. The report from 2007 to 2017 shows the percentage of high school students who reported having sex is down from 48% to 40% in the past decade. High school students who reported ever using certain illicit drugs fell from 23% to 14%. And those who said they've seriously considered attempting suicide climbed roughly from 14% 10 years ago to about 17% last year.
Wild animals are shifting their activities from daytime to night to steer clear from humans. That's according to a new study out of UC Berkeley. No secret that humans are causing shifts in where animals make their homes, but this study published in the Journal of Science is the first to look at how humans are impacting wildlife. In the time of day they feed, mate, and care for their young. The research found that activities such as hiking and camping can scare animals and drive them to become more active at night. The study analyzed dozens of past studies and looked at 62 species of large mammals from 6 continents.
If you're heading out the door right now, there are a few traffic hazards that could slow you down. I'll have a complete look at your Friday morning commute when we come back.